To exercise number 7. So a Japanese car is advertised as having a fuel economy of 15 kilometers per liter. Convert this rating to miles per gallon. So in exercise 6, we're really only converting miles to kilometers. The unit of time is staying the same. So we're really only carrying out one set of conversions. In exercise 7, we're going to have to convert kilometers to miles and liters to gallons. And so that might seem like it's very, very daunting, but we actually just use the exact same strategy that we have been using up to this point. So let's start with what we're given, 15 kilometers per liter. And yes, I'll just point out right now that that's two significant figures, so let's just know that from the get-go. Whenever we record our answer, it's going to have two significant figures. And we start with 15 kilometers per 1 liter. Well, you can actually start by trying to get rid of your kilometers or your liters first. It truly doesn't matter. I think the hardest one for you guys right now is probably going to be getting rid of liters, so let's get rid of liters first. Now, liters are on the denominator right here, so in order to get rid of them, going to have to put them on the numerator. We're trying to go from metric system to English system, and the only conversion the only statement of equality that we've seen so far, remember, because you don't have to memorize this, just remember that it was written down for you. 1 liter. Remember I said that these were handy to remember. These are very, very convenient. It's a small number, but hey, look, they're written down for you. 1 liter is equal to 1.06 quarts. So let's use that. 1 liter is equal to 1.06 quarts. All right, so I got liters gone, but I got quarts. I don't want quarts to stay there. Quarts aren't supposed to be my answer, so quarts, and I can go from quarts to gallons. And I'd say, how am I supposed to know how many quarts are in a gallon? Well, how many quarters are in $1? Yeah, there are 4 quarts in 1 gallon. All right, that is not really memorization. That is more I understand language type of thing. So quarts are gone, and we're in gallons. Notice that my final answer is supposed to be a per gallon. Well, guess what? This is a per gallon because gallons are on the bottom. That's where they're supposed to be. So I'm golden as far as gallons are concerned. Now we need to get rid of the kilometers. And remember back in exercise 5, and in exercise 6, we were using these statements of equality to go from the metric system to the English system. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to use these statements of equality. Same stuff we've done before. So I'm trying to get rid of kilometers here. So I'll put kilometers on the denominator. I can go from kilometers to meters. So 1,000 meters in every 1 kilometer. Now kilometers are out of my life. Now I'm in terms of meters. I don't want to be in meters. I want to be in the English system. So I can go from meters to yards. I know that from my other piece of paper, I know that 1 meter has 1.094 yards in it. Now meters are gone. Well, I still don't want yards. All right, I want to be in miles, but I know that for every 1760 yards, there's 1 mile. So now yards are gone. We're ready to calculate. How do I know? The only 2 units I have left are miles and gallons. Miles per gallon. So let's get out the trusty old calculator. Come here, buddy. You're my friend, right? Let's see if you're my friend. Alright, so 15 times 1 times 4 times 1,000 times 1.04 or 1.094, and then times 1 again. Remember, you don't have to do the times 1 or divided by the 1 because they don't change the value, obviously. I'm just doing it for completeness. Every now and again, I feel like actually doing things as they're strictly correct. So I'll do another paren for the denominator. 1 times 1.06 times 1 for the gallon, and then 1 for the kilometer, 1 for the meter. Holy cow, it's a lot of ones. And then the 1760, that's going to make a difference. So remember at the beginning of the problem we said two significant figures. 2 significant figures. What does this digit right next to it tell me to do? Not round. So to just keep it as 35 miles per gallon. Now I will show you, I talked about this before, if you don't have a fancy calculator at this point, such that you can, just plug in these parentheses and just group your numerator together and your denominator together, which I think is very, very handy. If you can't do that, you can go divide by, which is how I've heard people call this strategy. So if I'm going to do my numerator, right, that's pretty simple to do. 15 times, notice I'm not using paren right now, times 1 times 4 times 1,000 times 1.094 times 1. Okay, so I have this would be my numerator. Now I could, like me personally, like I would do back in my college days, I would write this down, right? I would write this down, put a division line under it, and then I would calculate the denominator, write that on the denominator of the division line, and then I would carry that out separately. But what you can do is once you got that numerator, just go divide by. So it would look like this. Answer divided by, I'm going to skip the ones right now because that's just not going to change the values. Right, so I'm going to divide by 1.06, enter. Divide by, like I said, I'm going to skip these ones because they don't change the value, so I'm going to go right to the 1760. Divided by 1760, I get the exact same number, right? So we're golden. Just remember, you're dividing this numerator by each of these. So always go divide by, if you're going to use this strategy. Or you can just use the parentheses.